What's your view on if you've got a pet? Would you encourage that with pets to rear them on vegan food? It's something that I've always questioned myself.
Well, I'm not an expert on this, and this is probably the question I get asked the most as a vegan blogger. I think people should do what they think is the right thing to do. There are a lot of experts out there that say you can. There are a lot of experts that say you can't do it. Actually, I had a guest blog post on fatgayvegan.com written by Louise Wallace. She used to be the president of the Vegan Society, and she was the person that invented World Vegan Day 20-something years ago. And she has vegan cats, and she wrote a guest blog post for me about how cats can be vegan. It's the most read blog post in the history of my blog, and it's the one that I got the most abuse from. Actually, no, it's the second most abused blog post in my time. But there are so many divided opinions. I don't know enough about it. I'm not a scientist or a vet. I know how to look after myself.
Sure.
But
did you get abuse from vegans, though, or from just general pet
Well,
owners?
for everything. I mean, listen, don't ever write anything about cats on the internet unless you're interested in being abused by strangers. There are cat forums and cat people and cat communities online, and they sort of get the word out. I let them have their say. I blocked anyone who was abusive. I'm happy for people to share their differing opinions. By some accounts, some cats absolutely thrive on vegan food. So I've only got that to go by as evidence like a referral when people ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the science behind it, but I know I've met vegan cats and they were happy.
Oh, I feel like I need a cat to stroke now.
Oh, okay.
A vegan cat.
I think there are some strays in Soho, right?
And you mentioned some of the feedback you get, some of it not so nice.
Yeah.
How do you deal with the people that think you're pushing the vegan agenda? And also the gay, I won't say agenda, because that's quite a serious word, because you wouldn't do that. But do you get people that react to your blogs in that way? That think because I think it's a really fun approach that you have.
Yeah, well, what's good about having the name Fat Gay Vegan is it's kind of a signpost at the door which says, if you're queerphobic or if you're against fat people or you think vegans are idiots, don't come inside. I mean, there's no arguing with the name once you get in there. Like, you know what you're getting. It's on the label. So mostly the people who read my blog are friendly and nice and respectful. We don't all agree on everything. I often say things that some of my readers don't like, but it's no one really accuses me of pushing the gay agenda, or I mean, it's a vegan blog, so yes, I am pushing the vegan agenda. But people are pretty open to hearing my point of view, and I think through my events and through my blog and through my Facebook page and other social media platforms, I think I've crafted a safe space for lots of different people. I mean, I run an event, I just did on the weekend, called Queer Vegan Disco, and it is probably the most diverse crowd I've ever been in London, and it's amazing. It's 100% vegan location, bar, nightclub.
And that's not easy to do with a diverse crowd.
No.
You normally kind of directly attract like a niche crowd.
Yeah. And
like the bear scene or...
Yeah, that's right. And so I think, trying to go after the vegan market and the queer market and, I suppose, fat people as well, it lets people know that it's an accepting space.
Yeah.
Now, if I go to a bear party, I might feel not bear enough. Or if I go to a gay club, I might feel too old. Or if I go to other clubs or bars where they're serving animal products, I might feel othered that way. So yeah, Queer Vegan Disco and my blog, they're spaces where anybody can feel welcome as long as they're respectful and they don't, deliberately piss anybody off.
And I think I think it's clear, like you say, it's clear with your label and the work that you do. It's clear that from the offset that's what you're promoting.
Yeah.
I'd say congratulations on so many fantastic events that you've put on, not just the blogs, but all the other work that you do hard. And it is hard work because it's with an event, you've got so many things to think of.
Yeah.
So it must be exhausting, but I think it obviously is a rewarding thing for you. Do you see it as a rewarding job?
Yeah, it's very tiring. I'm not sure people understand what it's like to write a blog. Well, I write a blog post every single day, and I have done so for almost 6 years. I ran London Vegan Drinks for 4 years. I run London Vegan Potluck for 4 years, every month for 4 years. It's tiring, and to always be a public persona. Like, I'm not like J-Lo or Beyonce where people are following me down the street, but I'm always fat gay vegan.
Would you want that though? Would you want people to follow you down the street?
No thanks. Someone recognized me in Sainsbury's Chiswick the other day, which was odd. But the only pleasure I really get out of that is when people say to me, "Aren't you?" And I just pretend I don't know what they're talking about, and I make them say the words "fat gay vegan" because that's part of the. That's why one of my only pleasures in life is hearing those words said out in public, in the middle of the fruit and veg aisle in Sainsbury's, hearing someone say "fat gay vegan." It's amazing.
That's something we're very, very passionate about. Equality for all, marriage equality. It's very upsetting for us to, for the reality that in Australia it is still not. We still don't have that legislative change, and so we're going to continue to campaign until that happens. Hopefully, in the next few months, we will have a government in place that will be taking that through. And we're not going to stop. I mean, obviously, we would love to see that everywhere. So if we can continue to support in any other places as well, but right now Australia is our main focus, and it's embarrassing for us. To think that we live in this time right now, and that this is still something that we're having to campaign for. It seems so ridiculous, but at the same time, I guess it's not. And so we're happy to take on head on those issues as loud and as proud as we can.
How brilliant is it going to be when that overturns and you're going to be partly responsible for it? It's just great, isn't it? It's going to be such a great feeling.